afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're not doing great. What's going on?
Well, this is the problem. I don't know how to approach my mom about this situation because I'm really nervous that I'm not going to graduate on time because I'm skipping a little bit, and I shouldn't have said that because I won't get in trouble. But she's watching. I'm helping her watch my cousins,
Okay.
and I feel like she's putting a burden on me, and but she's like, we're in a dire situation right now. Family comes first, and you can do your classes online, but she doesn't understand. It's math. One of the classes is math, and I can go to the after school to get tutored because I struggle with algebra. I struggle with geometry. I just struggle with math, period. And I try to explain that to her, and she's like, well, this is kind of a tricky situation, and I don't want to really get involved. She's really stressed about it. So I just want some advice on how maybe I can talk to her more about it.
Okay. Well, I can definitely, absolutely help you with that. I can definitely do that. Just some things before we get really started. Whatever you say in this room stays in this room. I won't repeat it to anybody unless I have I'm worried that you're gonna hurt yourself or hurt someone else. At that point, I will have to say something to someone. Or you're in danger, and then I will have to say something to someone. So to recap what you said, let me see if I got it right. So it sounds to me like you are having an issue with your mom right now because your mom, you are being put in a situation where your mom is putting more family stuff on you than she needs to, and that's really taking away from your schoolwork, and that's stressing you out because you're a senior, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So you're a senior, and that is, this is a very critical year, and obviously I see that in you, that you know that. So you want to figure out a way to just talk to your mom about this and explain what's going on. Is that?
Yeah, she's like when I try to talk to her, she's like shutting down the conversation because there's some issues going on with her and my sister, her sister.
Okay.
So it's like she's really stressed. She's just like, I have to help her right now. And, we don't have money for a babysitter. So you just have to try to do it online. It's online, you can do it. They're right there in front of you. Just, and ask for help if you need. But if sometimes it's harder to ask for in the classroom because everybody's raising their hand, and I can't do that. Like, I need one-on-one tutoring, and I need somebody to sit there with me and try to explain the problem outright to me. It's just too chaotic in the classroom.
Right. So what is your best hope for our meeting today? When you walked in the door, what was the main thing that you wanted help with?
I just want to be able to have a way that I can approach her so she will open up a little bit for me to talk to her. Because she won't explain the situation, and I need to just have her listen to me a little.
Okay. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take some notes just so I can keep myself on track, and later it'll come full circle, pardon me, where I will use these notes to write something for you. This is kind of a different session. I don't know if you've ever been to counseling before, but this is a little different. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, and they might be hard, but I really want you to think about your answer and answer the best you can. And you seem like a very bright girl. I know that you can do this. Okay? All right. So your goal is to be able to talk to your mom more effectively. Okay. All right, so with that goal in mind, I want you to close your eyes for a second. So I want you to imagine that you go to sleep tonight, you wake up tomorrow morning, and your goal has happened. You are able to talk to your mom about everything. You don't mess up your words, you get your point across 120%, but you don't know that. So what would be the first sign that this miracle has occurred for you?
Or she would be like, okay, I understand. I want you to go after school. I need you to go after school.
Okay, so your mom would understand and support you.
Yeah.
And support you in your schooling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need you. Yeah, I need you. Like, she's like, I need you here.
But you want her to say, I need you at school. And that's really what would be the first sign for you. That's what your mom would say. What would you first notice about yourself?
I just feel happier. Like I wasn't like letting her down because I felt like if I'm asking too much of her, I'm letting her down.
So you'd be happier and you wouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah.
We've all felt that way. So for you in this miracle, for you to feel happier, for you to not feel so guilty, what would you be doing differently?
I guess I would be going.
You'd be going to after school tutoring?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd be getting the tutoring that you feel that you need?
Yeah.
So, okay. So you said that your mom, the change that you, I'm sorry. So you said that your mom would show that she's changed and that she would support you and she would encourage you to go to school instead of encouraging you to skip school and come home. And you would feel happier and you wouldn't feel as guilty because you're going to the tutoring that you need and your mom is supporting you, which takes a lot of the guilt away. Who else would notice this change in you?
I think my cousins as well as my siblings and my teachers, especially my math teacher, because I feel like my math teacher kind of just like, I know he's busy and he's kind of like, okay, well, I didn't really tell him, I made up excuses, I just said, can you help me a little bit more in class? So I think he would notice the difference.
Okay, very cool. How would they respond? So with this difference, you would be happier, you would feel less guilty, so you would be acting a little differently, right? So how would your cousins, your teacher, your mom, other than being supportive, how would they react to you?
I think they would be more happy because I will be getting all my things done for graduation. Like all my credits will be coming to me. Like I feel like I'm not going to get this math credit because I'm so stressed out. So I think she would be like, oh, you don't have to be stressed out. You have all your credits for graduation. Your graduation is set, and that's what I'm worried about.
Right. And that's completely okay to be worried about that. I mean, every senior in this school right now is worried about graduation. No matter where they are, no matter how good their grades are, they're worried about, have I done everything? Have I dotted every I and crossed every T? Like, have I done everything that I needed to do to graduate? Are my grades up? Do I have the community service? So everyone is in the same boat as you. The boat might look different, but everyone is just as worried about graduation as you are. So I hope that helps a little bit. So your teacher, so specifically your math teacher, would be happy that you are, that you're happier, that you're not so frustrated in class, because I'm sure that your teacher notices that. So your teacher would be happy. How would you respond to your teacher? Now they're happy with you.
I guess I would be happy. Like I could ask for more assistance, like
Okay.
if because there would be more like open and see like okay, well she's trying harder, and maybe he feels like I'm not trying right now, but like I'm lacking off, like because he even brought up like well you can go to after school if you need to, but I want to tell him like what the situation was because I don't want him to feel like you know like I didn't care,
Right.
and now I do, so he would definitely see a difference in me. Yes,
Okay.
that would be more open.
That's awesome. That's so cool. What else would you notice in this miracle?
I think just like my friends would also see like I don't have a stress because they're all like doing their applications for college right now, and
They're kind of excited about it a little bit, even
and
though
I'm
they're
kind of
stressed out.
bummed because I'm like, what if I can't do this? Then I have to do it in the summer, and then all of them are gonna go off, or I don't want to be
You don't want to be
left
left behind. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that is another thing that is completely normal. Okay. So what so I want you to think with me. And this question might be hard. Um, but can you think of a time when the miracle of like you being able to talk to your mom effectively, you're happier, you're not guilty. When has that happened recently?
in a while, but I guess maybe when my brother they were in a car accident,
Okay.
and she was like, you know, I guess more open because she's more like she's like more emotional then, so she kind of like opened to me and talked to me at the hospital. She let her guard down, and yeah, I think like not saying like she has to be open when something bad happens, but that's how she was. She just sat there with me and talked. It's kind of now like she doesn't want to talk. It's just okay, I gotta do this, I
She
gotta do
seems
that.
really busy. So within that, what was your success? What did you do?
Well, I think I just like said like mom, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. You know, everything's gonna work out. I mean, and she just said, well, I don't. How do we know that? And I said, well, he's strong. He's healthy. Doesn't have anything wrong with him, and and God never gives us no more than what we can bear. And I told her, you know, things like that, like encouraging things, like we have to look for strength right now. And she opened up to me and she said, okay, that I understand, that's gonna happen, but we don't know what's gonna happen. But she said, okay, you're right. I have to think positive. I can't think negative.
Wow, that's incredible. That's awesome. And did she seriously say that you were right?
Yeah.
Oh my word, we need to like note that. Like on this day at this time, mom said I was right. That's awesome. That's so cool. And do you feel that it's because of your encouragement with her?
Yeah, I think it was, and it was just like it was like you know how somebody just they break down, and I think she kind of just broke down and let it all out.
Yeah. I get this sense from you, the way that you talk about your mom, that she has her guard up all the time. And so that was a situation where her guard broke. And so she was able to, maybe she wasn't necessarily able to or not before, but that opportunity gave her that gave her the opportunity to be more expressive with her emotions. Is that pretty great?
Yeah.
So with your goal of being able to talk more effectively to your mom, it seemed in that success story that because you encouraged your mom, she opened up to you and she was open to you. And it seems like she's not very open to you right now. How often do you encourage her at home?
I try to encourage her. I mean, I try to say like positive things, things are gonna work out, because when she's working so much, she can't always go to church. But I do try to go to Bible study, and when I do,
On top of being a senior,
yeah,
you're a
I
rock
try
star.
to take my siblings and my cousins and stuff.
Right.
So we can always go, but I try to say, what we learned, and sometimes she'll open up a little bit, and so I think she needs that like leisure time, like for herself, like something like she enjoys. I think that kind of will help her like open up about her feelings, because then she kind of opens up and listens to me a little bit.
Okay. Okay, that's some good stuff right there. So on a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the worst your problem has ever been, and 10 being the day after the miracle happened, what number are you at right now?
Like a 4.
That's pretty high on that scale. How did you get to a 4, do you think?
I kind of feel like maybe some ideas popped in my head, and maybe I can, when you said a time that she opened up to me, maybe that gave me some ideas.
Okay, what are your ideas?
We'll find things that maybe I can do with her, maybe I can talk about the situation, and then maybe we can like come to like an understanding, where she could maybe possibly, I don't know, maybe ask a neighbor to watch them for 2 hours or something. So
just until you get home from school, so that way you have that time.
Yeah.
That's a really great idea. If you did that and you came back to me and I asked you again how you would rate yourself on that scale, where would you put yourself after you do that?
I'd probably definitely go up.
Go up to like a 5 or a 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that should be your little mini goal within your big goal this week, is to try to connect with your mom. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe I could find something. Like, it's hard, but like even at night, like when she gets out, maybe I could say, okay, well, let's take a walk.
Yeah.
Because it relaxes her before she goes to sleep.
Exactly. Does she, I mean, maybe you could even surprise her by picking up her favorite ice cream, something like that. But I like your idea of going for a walk with her. That gives you time to talk to her, to have that quality one-on-one time with her, which I think she really needs. From what you're saying, and do you agree with me that that's yeah. So I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be awesome. So do you agree that that's your goal for this week?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you do if, say, she came home from work and she says, oh, I'm really tired, I don't want to go for a walk, I just want to go to bed. Or something gets in the way of you being able to achieve this goal this week. What are you going to do?
I guess I could just try harder maybe the next time. Or maybe say, Mom, I know you're tired right now, but is there any possible way maybe we could get something special, maybe in the next couple in the morning, or before you go to work or something like that. Maybe I could ask her if there's any time we can do like a special thing.
Right. And I love that you said plan, because that's a great way to avoid having something come up. You make the plan, you schedule out the time. And I feel like you're really good at that. That's awesome. That was a really good thought. So just to recap, what is your goal for this week?
My goal is to ask her like if maybe we could take a walk or talk, like when she gets home, maybe I could plan something with her, like you suggested with the ice cream, or maybe just have maybe a quiet moment before we go to bed, maybe read a scripture or something like that.
Okay. And so in order to avoid something coming up or something, you mentioned planning, which is great. And this will get you to your larger goal of being able to talk to your mom more effectively and communicate what you're feeling. So is there anything else that you want to talk about today?
No, that's pretty much you helped me because that situation was really hard for her, and I could tell like that's maybe that's what it is. Maybe I could just get her to open up when she's more relaxed.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to talk and we were able to have a conversation and we were able to figure stuff out together. I'm really happy about that. And you are so smart and you are so bright. And I am impressed with how focused you are on wanting to graduate and getting that GPA and doing well in that class. That's awesome. That takes dedication and commitment. And I know that you can commit to this and great things will happen with you and your mom. I'm really proud of you for coming in here today. So I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to look over my notes and I'm going to write you a message that will help you remember exactly what we talked about today and what your goals are and how to meet them. And then if you wouldn't mind, would you write me a message about how you feel that today's meeting went? Would you be okay with that?